Good evening and welcome to Star City News. I'm Megan McGill.
And I'm Josh Skluzacic. Well, rain is normally not a bad thing, but some business owners beg to differ.
Yeah, some businesses by the Salt Creek tributary can have big problems because of rain. We'll go live to Haley Archer with more on the story in the newsroom.
The City of Lincoln wants to create a $9.8 million bond to help businesses damaged by flooding by the Salt Creek tributary. Mayor Chris Beitler hosted a press conference this morning to discuss the matter. Just a few inches of rain can lead to over a foot of standing water for businesses near the Salt Creek tributary. Not only does it damage walls and tools, but Rick Wagner with the Lincoln Tool and Design says it takes employees away from their jobs.
You know, it disrupts business, becomes somewhat demoralizing to your employees to have to call them up and say, bring your overshoes and old clothes today because you're going to be moving file cabinets and tearing out carpet instead of sitting at your computers.
Businesses in the area spend considerable amounts of money each year in preventative costs, as well as keeping bottom shelves and drawers empty. Metal paneling lines the walls of Lincoln Tool and Design. Beitler says the cost can hurt businesses.
Imagine how hard it would be in the end to concentrate on economic growth when you spend some weeks of your year and considerable expense simply trying to prevent mold damage.
Money would be given to replace public ash trees to absorb rainwater, as well as best management practice projects such as street drainage. There will be a public hearing on Monday to vote on placing the bond on the May 10th ballot. For Star City News, I'm Haley Archer. Back to you, Megan and Josh.
Thanks, Haley. Well, Nebraska lawmakers rejected a bill that would have made it hard for getaway car passengers to sue if injured in a high-speed police chase. Senator Dan Watermeyer introduced the bill after a 2012 case where a man paralyzed in a police chase received $1 million in damages despite the fact he was drinking and had drug pipes. Senators needed just 2 more votes to overcome a filibuster.
An unusual alliance has been formed following recent police shootings. Omaha Police and Senator Ernie Chambers, the unlikely pair, partnered to increase transparency in grand jury investigations. Under a proposed bill, grand juries that find police guilty of using lethal force would ensure court records were open. Grand jury members would still remain confidential. The bill aims to lower suspicions on a process that has been very secretive. Lincoln police are warning people to not let someone with a suspended license drive your car.
Otherwise, you might have to dish out some cash. Star City's Heather Lancaster has more.
This is where cars often get brought when they are towed for parking citations or even if they've been in an accident. But now that's not the only way your car could end up here. Lincoln police say you need to be careful who you loan your car out to. If someone is caught driving on a suspended or revoked license, even if the car is not theirs, they will not only get in trouble by the law, but the car will be towed and impounded for up to 30 days. The Lincoln Police Department had thousands of citations for this offense last year, where 9 out of 10 of those drivers had borrowed the car. Reporting for Star City News, I'm Heather Lancaster.
Thanks, Heather. Well, a bill in the legislature could change the way student journalists are treated.
And an app is trying to keep students off their phones. We'll tell you about it all after the break.
At the University of Nebraska College of Journalism and Mass Communications, you can start here and go anywhere. Our programs are designed for doers, life seekers. You'll get hands-on experience from day one in front of or behind a camera with a major in broadcasting. Or maybe you'd like a career in radio, calling sporting events for KRNU, or design a major advertising campaign. To begin your future, go to journalism.unl.edu.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drunk driving crash. Always remember, buzz driving is still drunk driving. A message from the Nebraska Office of Highway Safety.
Welcome to the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons. This new addition will soon become the scholastic hub of City Campus. Enjoy the vibrant learning environment designed to accommodate and promote academics. The Commons also has a number of private study rooms to gather and collaborate with classmates and friends. Come visit the Adele Coryell Hall Learning Commons at Love Library today.
We'll see if history can repeat itself for the Huskers. They can have back-to-back years with beating Purdue if they lose this game.
What would we do if we won the Powerball jackpot?
That's daunting to think about.
The music may change, but we'll still be there. Music, sports, and more. 90.3 KRNU.
A proposed bill would put Nebraska student journalists on the same playing field as professionals.
But not everybody is so high on the idea. We'll go live to Star City's Mecca Slaughter at the Capitol with more.
Just a few hours ago, this building was filled with people with a bill that was proposed to have journalism students have the same rights and respect as working journalists.
Student journalists receive backlash and even the hand when it comes to them reporting. A bill up for debate can change that. Dr. Lori Lee explains.
That Senator Al Davis put forward LB 885. And we were ecstatic, surprised, because we hadn't heard that it was coming. Our organization, AFCON, has been trying to get a student-free expression bill actually through the legislature for the last couple of decades.
Some students are new to the bill and don't fully understand, but after breaking it down, they understand its benefits.
I believe it's definitely going to help us learn and be able to succeed in our field after we graduate.
As a journalism student myself, I understand and respect what this bill is trying to do. For Star City News, this is Mecca Slaughter. Back to the news desk.
Thank you, Mecca. San Antonio police have a man in custody in connection with the murder of a former Geneva, Nebraska resident and Iraq War veteran. 28-year-old Jesse Lee Richards was shot a couple days before Christmas, and yesterday police arrested Daniel Jeremy Torres Jr. and charged him with murder. Richards joined the Army in 2005, spending more than 3 years in Iraq before being honorably discharged in 2012.
A 35-year-old Lincoln man is accused of stealing more than $15,000 from the IRS over a 2-year period. Andrew T. Sutter, who worked for the agency, was indicted for theft of federal property. He is scheduled to appear in court on March 8th. I'll admit it, my phone distracts me during classes, but a new app is helping me keep my phone in my pocket.
Yeah, the app, rightfully named Pocket Points, rewards students for paying attention in class. Our Nikita Higgins has more.
It's the biggest distraction in most classrooms, and it's not the student sitting next to you. Cell phones account for 92% of distractions in college classrooms. Students say the college app, Pocket Points, helps them with their distractions. The app tracks the number of times you touch your phone during class and gives you rewards points to cash in at restaurants nearby. Students are not only staying more focused, but they're also enjoying the rewards.
Pizza once, but I haven't been using it a ton. I kind of forget it's there, so I'll definitely probably use it more often so I can get more rewards.
For Star City News, I'm Nikita Higgins.
Everything is bigger in Texas, including the unexpected pressure on Republican candidate Ted Cruz. The Lone Star State was supposed to be the least of the Texas natives' worries, but it doesn't appear that way now. 155 GOP delegates are up for grabs in the Republican debate tonight in Houston. Donald Trump is still the frontrunner despite a recent poll by YouGov, which found that nearly 20% of Trump supporters don't approve of the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed slaves in the Confederacy. With this aside, the spotlight will be on Trump's opponents, Senators Cruz and Marco Rubio.
Well, you know who doesn't discriminate? Mother Nature.
Here's Audra Moore with a preview of today's weather.
Well, you may have woken up to some snow on the ground this morning. That's melted now, and our temperatures will continue to warm into this weekend. Not quite as warm, though, as if you were headed out to Hollywood, California for the Oscars on Sunday. There, it'll be mid-70s and sunny all day. Here, though, not quite the same story. Emily Lockenmeyer will have your full weather forecast after the break. For Star City Weather, I'm Audra Moore.
Picture yourself in a masterpiece building, surrounded by the work of great American masters. It's here. Sheldon Museum of Art at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Nebraska's national treasure.
I'm Prince Mukamara, and I'm urging you to go to collegeboundnebraska.com to see if you qualify.
You've got things to do. You're the next success. A CEO, a dancer, a poet, an entrepreneur, a doer, a spark. Come make waves where there is no ocean.
For Star City Weather, I'm Emily Lackamer. We have a little bit cooler temperatures than what we've gotten used to over the past week. 38 degrees outside currently, so any of that snow cover that we saw this morning is definitely melted by now. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour there, actually cooling at about 10 degrees than what it's actually outside. Looking at our high for the day was 42, only slightly above what the average temperature is for this time of year. 30 was our low this morning. We have a very tight temperature range between our high and low temperature, and that was due to the cloud cover that we saw this morning that continued into this afternoon. Looking at our current temperatures across the state, 44 up in Chadron, 45 in Scottsbluff, 42 in North Platte, 38 in Grand Island, 36 in Columbus, and 34 up in Sioux City, Iowa. Looking at our surface map here, we see the storm system that we've been tracking up the East Coast is finally starting to dissipate into tonight, but we're also seeing this new low pressure system make its way out of the northwest into the Central Plains, and that's what's going to bring us a chance for precipitation in western Nebraska later this weekend. Looking at tonight, partly cloudy, 23 degrees, slight change in wind to southwest, slowing down to about 5 miles per hour, and then we'll actually see a switch back to northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour for tomorrow, 55 and sunny. And that sunny doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. 68 and breezy come Saturday, 57 and sunny, partly cloudy there, 61 on Monday, and then we're going to see a cool down into Tuesday, 44 degrees and a slight chance for snow and rain, and this is going to be due to a cold front that's going to be moving through our area Wednesday at 42 and then Thursday at 45. So definitely going to be a beautiful weekend to get out and enjoy the weather, and then we'll see more average temperatures come next work week. Back to you, Megan and Josh.
Thanks, Emily. Several events are coming up around campus.
And the search for Harvey Perlman's successor continues. Cody J has all the details.
Good evening. I'm Cody J with all the news from around campus. With the Republican debate tonight, UNL will host its first of 4 debates for the Association of Students at the University of Nebraska. The first debate will begin at 8 p.m. in CBA with a focus on academics. The 3 parties competing are Radiant, Elevate, and Envision. The next debate will be Monday and hosted by the Dailier, where students can ask questions for the candidates through Facebook. The last 2 debates will be in early March. For all animal lovers, Morrill Hall will be hosting a new temporary exhibit starting Saturday, National Geographic's Photo Arc, featuring photos of 5,000 animal species. Lincoln photographer Joel Saltori, a UNL grad, says he plans to photograph all 10,000 species in captivity. And with Harvey Perlman stepping down as chancellor, one of the 4 finalists visited UNL today. The current provost and vice president of Kansas State University, April Mason. She spoke to nearly 200 students. Mason says she doesn't want to leave her current position, but applied for UNL chancellor because she is looking for a new leadership challenge. And if you love donuts and asking questions, Burr Hall on East Campus has an event for you. They'll be hosting Cops and Donuts tonight from 8 to 9 p.m. in the Burr Hall front lobby. The event will have UNL PD officers on hand for a Q&A, and of course, donuts and beverages will be provided. And after the break, we'll have a look at sports with Evan Hummel.
University of Nebraska-Lincoln Extension. We've been your partner for 100 years in everything related to your family, your business, your community, and our state. Extension shares your best interests. and delivers research-based information that you can trust. Extension works right beside you, on your farm, on your ranch, in your community, with your youth. 100 years young and just getting started. Hi, I'm Dean Chuck Hibbard, and we are UNL Extension. Whether it's food production, environmental stewardship, human nutrition, business development, or youth engagement, you can count on our leading-edge, research-based information, UNL Extension, responsive, innovative, and trusted.
There's something about this community, the people, the friendships, the traditions, that makes you want to be a part of it. It's not a singular idea or defining characteristic. It's a bond. Here we earned more than a degree. This place helped us become who we are today. We are Nebraska. Here, we know what it means to be part of something big. We know the meaning of a strong community and the importance of teamwork. We're kind. We're innovative. We are hardworking. And we always have been. We're loyal and spirited. And we believe in the things that matter. We come together to support our school and each other. We are fans. We are friends. We are alumni.
I'm Evan Hummel with the latest sports news. The Huskers have a new defensive line coach, and it's a Nebraska native. Head coach Mike Riley announced the hiring of John Perella Wednesday. Perella is a former Husker defensive lineman and was drafted in the second round of the '93 NFL Draft. He also had a previous stint at Northern Michigan as a defensive line coach. Perella replaces Hank Hughes, who was let go last month. Moving on to more Husker football news, safety Aaron Williams, who saw a lot of playing time last season as a true freshman, will be out after suffering a knee injury. Head coach Mike Riley says it appears to be a meniscus tear. He added that he's unsure when the injury occurred, but he said it could have happened and gotten progressively worse during the season. Williams is expected to be back for the last 3 weeks of spring ball. In other news, the Husker men's basketball team is expected to have Siobhan Shields back for their matchup against Penn State tonight. Shields has missed the last 4 games with a concussion. The Huskers are coming off an overtime loss to Ohio State and looking to string together a few wins before the start of the Big Ten tournament. The Husker women's basketball team lost their second straight game last night, falling to Indiana 79-68, despite Jessica Shepard's 10th double-double of the season. The Huskers were without Kendall Clark and Rachel Terrio for the matchup. The Huskers fall to 8-9 in the Big Ten and 17-11 overall. They'll be back in action Sunday at home against Northwestern for their final regular season game. The Husker volleyball team will be traveling to Ogallala on April 23rd for an exhibition game against Colorado. Tickets are $10 apiece and general admission only. The game will be played at Ogallala High School. This will be the national champions' only matchup this offseason. Coming up after the break, Casey will have the latest in social media buzz.
The Study Stop is a place for students to really, be able to get together, do homework, but then also get academic assistance if they need it from different tutors available on campus, as well as teaching assistants and different resources that have been brought in.
It's a nice place because they have free coffee and hot chocolate. They also have tutors, which physics I like because it's really hard.
This is a study stop. It's a place for people who need help with whatever to come get help from tutors, or if they just need a quiet place to study, they can come study.
7 to 10 every day, there'll be a place where you can go and just sit and study. Coming to the study stop really is just helping yourself.
There's something about this community, the people, friendships, the traditions, that makes you want to be a part of it. It's not a singular idea or defining characteristic. It's a bond. Here we earned more than a degree. This place helped us become who we are today. We are Nebraska. Here, we know what it means to be part of something big. We know the meaning of a strong community and the importance of teamwork. We're kind, we're innovative, we are hardworking, and we always have been. We're loyal and spirited, and we believe in the things that matter. We come together to support our school and each other. We are fans. We are friends. We are alumni.
Good evening, I'm Casey Coranda with your social media buzz. The Facebook like button got an update. Now, instead of just liking a post, you have a total of 6 options. You can now express your feelings with love, haha, wow, angry, and sad as well. All you have to do is hover over like and they will pop up. Twitter also got an update. Now you can tweet out your favorite GIFs with a GIF button at the bottom of the screen. Here's what the screen will look like on Apple and Android devices. After you select the GIF button, you choose one of their categories, then just post for your friends to see. Tweet us your favorites at StarCityNews16. Well, today is hashtag National Chili Day, and trending both on Facebook and Twitter are chili recipes and the best ways you eat your chili. We asked people how they like their chili, and here are the results. 55% of people said they like a little meat, while 36% liked mostly meat in their chili. I know I'm happy to have a pot of meaty chili waiting for me when I get home tonight. With the election in full swing, Twitter has taken a different view on things. Hashtag GOP movies is trending, and here are some of my favorites. There is Billion Dollar Baby with, quite frankly, an amazing drawing of Donald Trump. Well, World War Z is underway for Ben Carson, but hey, I can't blame you. Those debates can take it all out of you. And here's 50 shady gray-haired men. Tweet me at Casey Coranda and tell me what your favorites are. You can follow us on Twitter at StarCityNews16 and like us on Facebook. Back to you, Megan and Josh.
Thanks, Casey. Well, this season of the hit TV singing competition, The Voice, will include a familiar face.
See what Lincoln native will be taking the big stage. Mercedes Price has all your entertainment news coming up after the break.
Picture yourself in a masterpiece building, surrounded by the work of great American masters. It's here. Sheldon Museum of Art at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Nebraska's national treasure.
I'm Prince Mukamara, and I'm urging you to go to CoJMC.com to see if you qualify.
You've got things to do. You're the next success. A CEO, a dancer, a poet, an entrepreneur, a doer, a spark. Come make waves where there is no ocean.
I'm Mercedes Price with today's entertainment news. It's all happening tonight at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's not too late to get your tickets and join many across the state as Lincoln welcomes country sensation Blake Shelton with special guest Chris Hansen. I hope to see you all there tonight at 7 p.m. Speaking of Mr. Shelton, the 5-time CMA Male Vocalist of the Year is also coach of the NBC's The Voice. The Voice begins its 10th season this Monday, and Lincoln public school teachers might recognize a familiar face. Graduate of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and current preschool teacher at Arnold Elementary, Hannah Houston makes her debut on the show in a remarkable audition. In other news, British singer Adele stole the show on Wednesday evening, at the 2016 Brit Awards in London, picking up 4 trophies, including the Album of the Year award. But she didn't soak up all the glory for herself. During her acceptance speech, she used the spotlight to acknowledge Kesha's ongoing court case. Quote, "I'd like to take this moment to publicly support Kesha." End quote. Supermodel Chrissy Teigen, undergoing in vitro, is facing some unexpected ridicule after her recent announcement. "I picked the girl from her little embryo," Teigen told People magazine. Online critics were quick on the Twitter scene. Teigen quickly lashed back, and after several hours, she finally had a more composed response, tweeting, "I think I made a mistake in thinking people understood the process better than they do, which is my fault." Well, that's all I have for entertainment. I'm Mercedes Price. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with our anchors. Thank you.
At the University of Nebraska College of Journalism and Mass Communications, you can start here and go anywhere. Our programs are designed for doers, life seekers. You'll get hands-on experience from day one in front of or behind a camera with a major in broadcasting. Or maybe you'd like a career in radio, calling sporting events for KRNU, or design a major advertising campaign. To begin your future, go to journalism.unl.edu.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drunk driving crash. Always remember, buzz driving is still drunk driving. A message from the Nebraska Office of Highway Safety.
Well, a jib jab video has been popping up on my newsfeed lately, and Josh, I just couldn't help myself. I'm sorry in advance.
You gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty. You know I try, but I don't treat you well with apologies. I hope I don't run out of
Wow, I did not know you could dance like that.
I can bust out a few moves.
I mean, between the shorts and the booty popping, I didn't know you had it in you.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Well, that's the latest from all of us here at Star City News. We'll be back every Tuesday and Thursday live at 5.
Make sure to check us out on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Star City News 16. Good night.
You've been watching Star City News, a student-run newscast at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communication.